Novel Cars and Dio Over Heaven are the highest caliber of fighters when it comes to JoJo. Through spin-offs and official fan-fiction works released to the public, we've had an idea of just how wacky and stupidly insane the JoJo power system can get, and I don't think there are better examples of this than these two characters. We've gone from stopping time for 5 seconds and super strength to having infinite stance in their Requiem evolution. Is it stupid? Yes, but who cares? It's cool. It doesn't get much wilder than this. Or does it? Let's find out by pitting each of these titans up against one another. Before we begin, just one little thing: subscribe to the channel right now. Cars, among his many hacks and powers, are flawless mastery of space-time and narrative alteration, possessing the capability to replicate stand abilities and other skills by simply observing them in use, potentially surpassing the original user's proficiency, the adeptness to manipulate time without constraints, enabling the reversal, acceleration, or cessation of time itself. This extends to size manipulation, the ability to shrink to microscopic dimensions or expand to towering proportions, with an undefined limit to this capacity, even surpassing the scale of skyscrapers and mountains. The repertoire encompasses control over gravity and various manipulations, including soul manipulation and reality warping. Furthermore, duplication ensures the clones inherit all abilities, resilience, and strength, with no discernible cap on their number. The wielder can initiate existence erasure to a certain extent, effectively reducing entities to nothingness, simultaneously wielding all stats within the realm of possibility. Furthermore, the adept can grant, revoke, or pilfer ability, including the ability to terminate immortal entities. Remarkably, Cars endured 36 universe resets and retains the capacity to reset the universe at will. Unrivaled stamina is demonstrated by the ability to run for a quadrillion years, dragging multiple moons along. Stand. Whitesnake Ultimate possesses 3 heads with distinct faces and a primary ability to create 2 types of discs, one comprising memories and the other the soul/stat. Cars can insert various discs or memories without consequence and generate an infinite number of blank discs that, when inserted into others, lead to the breakdown and destruction of their body. Dashbolt Ultimate, initially Naranja's stand stolen by Cars, allows for size manipulation, intangibility, and powerful missile attacks. Dune Ultimate, previously Sandman's stand, turns 98% of Cars' body into sand, rendering him nearly impervious and capable of creating trapping pillars. The World Ultimate can stop time for at least 1 hour, potentially indefinitely in Cars' possession, hinting at time travel capabilities. Simon Ultimate focuses on gravity on a singular area, affecting a large rate. Though its upgraded abilities were not shown, it is safe to assume that this is an incredibly broken stat. Killer Queen Ultimate enables Bites the Dust activation at will and exhibits bomb transmutation. Cars convinces Killer Queen to leave Kira, subsequently ripping it out of him. Despite Dio having the passion, he is the only one capable of having multiple stacks. Cars is portrayed as a benevolent character, recognizing the value of humanity. Cars asserts that erasure wouldn't hinder his return. Despite traversing multiple dimensions via Funny Valentine's stand, he remained as strands of hair. He reacted to attacks in stopped time and manifested human heads from a drop of blood on Kira's chest, suggesting the ability to create and manipulate souls independently of Whitesnake. Notably, Cars killed the immortal Dio. Despite just learning about stands, he claims mating heaven was always his stand, immediately comprehending acquired abilities or concepts. Cars transformed the moon into a living creature and held a third moon like a balloon. In addition to that, he circled the original moon for 10 quadrillion years. A powerful strike from Cars flipped the module in Great Britain, expressing the ability to endure multiple universes or parallel universes being destroyed. Heaven Ascension Dio is the main antagonist of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, Eyes of Heaven. In an alternate timeline, outside of the canon series, he was successful in killing the Joestars. He then proceeds with his plan of achieving heaven and unlocks godly powers. With his new stand, the world over heaven. He begins to create anomalies all over previous and future timelines. His plan is to conquer the Joestars over at every possible universe and create a truly ideal world of his own. On a practical scale, Dio Over Heaven surpasses all JoJo characters by the end of Eyes of Heaven. His ability to stop time indefinitely and heighten speed suggests either a maintained speed level, aka massively hypersonic to relativistic, or potentially infinite speed. In terms of attack potency, Dio Over Heaven demonstrated the capacity to destroy Tusk Act 4. Countering the infinite rotation implies that Dio's attack potency reaches a reasonable level of universal to complex universal, depending on certain considerations. Dio's evolved stand, the world over heaven, possesses the ability to override reality itself and indefinitely stop time, a significant enhancement from the mere 9 seconds that the world could manage. Dio can ensnare his opponents within the halted time for an extended duration at his discretion. The reality override feature grants him godlike power, enabling the rewriting of anything across timelines. The world over heaven retains the original superhuman strength, speed, and precision of the world, but with enhancements. Under reality override, this stand gains a new godlike ability to rewrite reality limitlessly. Dio can use this power to reshape existence, absorb souls, utilize them as slaves, and nullify almost any defense, as demonstrated against Tusk Act 4 and Gold Experience Requiem. However, a notable drawback emerges. The initiation of this power requires the world over heaven's fists, necessitating a physical punch to enact the rewriting. Infinite time stop, a significant advancement, allows the world over heaven to freeze time indefinitely, eliminating the previous limitation of the maximum 9 seconds time associated with the world. First point, Heaven Ascension Dio, or the world over heaven, has a range limited to his fists. Cars has all his stats. Dio has absorbed 36 souls and the Holy Corpse, so a normal state of mind, Dio, while cocky and arrogant, actually takes real threats seriously since he took out actual threats, such as Giordano and Johnny, though he has a special vendetta against the Joestar, and even more so towards Jotaro's sub-branch of the family. I'm not sure about Cars though. They know each other to be a threat, so let's analyze this. Do note that even in a speed-equalized match, beings with infinite speed, such as Dio's stand, still have the perks of moving in stop or non-existent time. It becomes really difficult to determine who's gonna come out the winner, because in terms of raw power, both are reality warpers. What changes is the way Cars and Dio go about doing it. The thing is, the moment Cars sees Dio's stand, boom, he now has the world over heaven, which would be an even stronger version of the stand. Dio can override him at that point, since Cars would have long since adapted to anything Dio can do. It's important to remember that despite knowing that the other is a threat, they have no prior knowledge of each other, but Cars doesn't know what Dio's stand's abilities are. Nothing stops Dio from erasing Cars right off the bat. However, as I previously mentioned, Cars can survive in universe being completely reset. The only way I can see someone winning this fight is as if one of them has the Beyond. And what is the Beyond, you ask? Well, Beyond is literally plot armor in skill form. Beyond allows the user to manipulate the novel script in his favor, as long as he believes in Beyond. And in the novel George Joestar, Dio, who has this ability, believes in it so much that he was able to overcome George Joestar's Beyond, who would be the protagonist of the novel, that is. Dio's plot armor is so strong that it nullified the protagonist's own plot armor, in which case, one can decide that the opponent didn't have reality warping abilities, because the wielder of Beyond dictates what's real or not. But as it stands right now, this ends in a tie. I know this is anticlimactic, but there's nothing I can do about it. Do you disagree with me? Let me know in the comments down below. That being said, thanks for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one.